One cold yet peaceful day in Eldertown, a city with magic hidden in its very air, sat a cozy little cafe on a cobbled street corner. It was here that a new story quietly began. The cafe belonged to Anna. With a gentle smile, she cleaned the tables and welcomed guests warmly.
Hello, I'm Anna. Welcome to my cafe.
Just down the street, Elsa owned an art gallery. Her paintings overflowed with emotion and beauty. She was made of winter, yet she wasn't cold. There was a strange warmth in her gaze, like the calm of the season's first snowfall. A few alleys away, Harry walked with a worn-out satchel in hand, lost in thought. He wasn't headed anywhere in particular. It was as if he longed to disappear into the city's bustle, into his own thoughts, or perhaps into a new story. Harry stepped into the cafe. At the same moment, Elsa, finishing her work at the gallery, arrived to take a short break. Just as Harry turned to find a seat, he bumped into Elsa.
Oh, I am so sorry.
For a few seconds, their eyes met and held. Still captivated by her, Harry accidentally tilted his coffee cup, spilling it on the table. Calmly, Elsa brought him a napkin and helped him clean the mess. From afar, Anna watched them, and somehow she knew this wasn't going to be an ordinary story. Elsa took her coffee and returned to her gallery. That day, in that little cafe, three paths from three very different worlds had quietly crossed. Not many words were exchanged, but the air was thick with feeling. The next morning, a pale sunlight peeked through the silver clouds. The air was still cold. Anna, unlocking the cafe, was ready for a new day. Elsa, with her usual serene grace, approached the door, but as she glanced toward the sidewalk, her gaze suddenly froze. Without planning to, the two of them, Harry and Elsa, began walking together. From cobbled streets to quiet corners of the park, from simple talks about books and music to conversations that touched the depths of the soul. With each passing moment, they stepped closer not just to each other, but to a part of themselves that had long remained silent. Hours passed, but for them it felt as if the world had paused, offering them a chance to connect, to understand, to begin. And that's where our story found a new color. That night, Harry sat writing. Words poured from his heart, not for anyone else, but for himself, for understanding what stirred inside him. And just as he wrote the final sentence, a dreamy breeze passed through. The words lifted from the page, rose gently, and slipped out the window toward a sky that felt familiar, distant, and full of memories. Toward Harry's magical castle Lumatheria, not to return, but to be safely kept in Harry's box in the room of requirement. And